Hello everybody, it's Carl, your garden guy, and look around me. This is a beautiful spot of dappled shade, and as I'm sure you can see, I've got nothing growing in here right now, and that is because it's in the shade. And one of the best things for me to be planting here is this dude here, allium lawn. That's right, I'm looking to replace this sort of semi-shaded part alongside my driveway with a beautiful allium lawn established right from seeds. That's right, I'm growing this entire lawn with a packet of Mayford seeds. And this packet covers the whole 10 squares I'm going to need over here. Let's get into it. So when it comes to allium, it's an indigenous grass type, which is awesome because I'm all for indigenous. And I'm sure many of you are too. And it's quite interesting, the allium lawn sort of indigenously comes forth in sort of the KwaZulu-Natal area and up to Mozambique. So this grass is not frost hardy. They do survive in frost areas though, but they go dormant. That means the top of the leaves die back so that the cold can't hurt the heart of the plant below. Allium will sometimes require a little bit more watering than your normal kikuyu. That's one thing you really need to understand. Allium and kikuyu are completely different. Your allium lawn, you never treat like you would a kikuyu lawn. That's really important. Okay, so I'm going to jump in here and get my soil prepared so that when I plant my seeds, they come up and have a healthy soil to grow a proper little plant. So to prepare your sort of area you want to plant up with allium lawn, you've got to do a few things before you just get into throwing seed all over the place. And one of them would be to cultivate your soil ahead of time. Now that basically means you're going to be removing any existing little bits of other types of lawn in the area where you want to plant. And also you're going to dig down into this bit of soil up to 15 centimeters deep. You want to prepare your soil for your grass. And I'm going to be doing that by working through this little area with my pick first and then break down those clumps a bit smaller. And once it's nice and moldable or manageable, I'm going to add in some super phosphate as well as some lovely crow manure from Barker Limited Organics. Right, so I'm going to jump into that quickly and then we'll chat again when it comes to sowing the seed. There we go, so I'm just quickly breaking up the last few big clumps lying around here so that we've got a nice, even and level sowing place, right? A bed where we're going to be sowing our allium seeds. What happens is, if you leave a layer of compost on the top of your lawn, a lot of people do this when they plant a new lawn, and this really becomes a problem when you're growing from seed. If you leave a layer of compost or bark compost on your soil and plant into that, what happens is bark and compost generally becomes dry a lot quicker than your normal garden soil. And so what happens is if you're sowing with compost direct contact onto your seeds, you're going to sit with a situation where your medium dries out before your seed germinates. So for your seed to successfully germinate, we've got to make sure it makes good contact with our soil, and for that we've got to make sure we mix this in well. You're never working in layers when you're planting a lawn, okay? We want to mix it all together. So I'm going to jump in here with a metal rake and quickly mix up the last bit of my soil before we jump into seed sowing. And look at that, absolutely stunning. I tell you, you can You can smell how healthy the soil is. It's going to do these seeds an absolute favor. Okay, so now you can see around me, I've mixed in all of our amendments. My soil is nice and level at a fine texture, and now it's time to sow our seeds. Now, allium seeds need light to germinate, so you don't want to sow them deep at all. And also, you want to make very sure you spread them evenly for a beautiful, even lawn. And I've got a few tricks up my sleeve about how we can go about making sure you spread your allium seed nice and even for that beautiful, even lawn. Right, so here's my little bag of toys, or my bucket, should I say, of toys. Right, so we'll put our little seeds here somewhere. So firstly, I've got these bunch of old tent pins. These are just normal old tent pins. You can use any sort of a pin. Then we've got a measuring tape. Next, there's 10 polystyrene cups, some building line, a little teaspoon I stole from the kitchen, and then some normal horticultural grade washed river sand. Okay, right, so I'm just going to roll the measuring tape down the line here, and every meter I'm sticking in one of my tent pins. There we go, I've got all my pins in place now, and now it's time to sort of lay out my building line, which is going to give me the square meterage to plant up. All the way down to my next tent pin, right? On this side, I'm going to do the same thing, wrap him around like that, okay? And he's coming through to my next one on this side, all right? Oh, you can see it already, eh? Perfect square meters, so we know exactly where to spread our seed, okay? That's the purpose of this. So we spread our seed evenly, okay? There we go. So as you can see, the grid is beautifully laid out. I can see exactly where every square meter I want to plant up is. And now it's time to separate our seeds nice and evenly to make sure we get the same amount of seed in every square meter. Right, so I'm only going to be planting up 10 of these squares now, and my next little trick is using these polystyrene cups to do so. Right, now you can use a cup or even a A4 sheet of paper, anything you can use to sort of separate these seeds onto will work fine. So I've just got the normal polystyrene cups here, and this little guy I'm going to fill up with about a half a handful of the normal horticultural river sand. The stuff it's fine textured and it's clean. It's really important. You can't just use any river sand. It's full of salt. This stuff is clean and it's the right stuff to be using. So I'm going to fill my cup about 2/3 or so. So here you can see all my 10 cups, eh? All 10 of them, 1 square meter each. And now it's time to make sure I divide my seeds evenly into each cup. And that's where this little dude comes in. That's right, hide it from the wife or the hubby. But I tell you, a teaspoon is an awesome toy in the garden. Anyway, okay, we're gonna open our seeds up, right at the top. There we go. It's a bit windy, but it's okay, I'll be careful. Right, now these guys are really, really, really fine. I mean, like, jeepers, come look at this. I can't even show you, they're gonna blow away. I'm not even joking. And my hands are even too dirty. Look at that, look at that. Can you see that? Look how baby tiny that is. Can you imagine trying to spread that over 10 square meters? That's why we're going through all this trouble. Okay, so let's get these back in the packet because we want to spread them evenly, as we've said, okay? So now I'm gonna go with a teaspoon, and I'm going to put 1 teaspoon at a time into every cup, and that's going to spread them evenly. Okay, so we'll start here. 1 for you, 1 for you. That's it, last little cup has its seed in it. Okay, now quickly, we're going to put that one side, and I'm going to make sure I evenly mix this. Okay. So we're mixing our river sand and our allium lawn seeds from Mayford together nice and evenly, and then all we need to do is go and spread this little cup per square. So I'm gonna very evenly go ahead and spread these seeds, everything in this cup, right across the square meter, okay? Now, you gotta be sure to do it from quite high up, because the higher you lift this cup, the more evenly you're gonna spread your seeds, okay? So we're just gonna make sure we do this for every square meter, and voila, our seeds are evenly spaced. Isn't that stunning, hey? Lovely, beautiful allium lawn established from seed. And there we go, finished sowing all 10 of my cups, one in every square meter, and you know for sure you've sown your seeds evenly, you're going to have a uniform lawn that's going to be healthy and tease all your neighbors. Now, a few small things when it comes to maintaining and just the last few steps of establishing your new allium lawn is that you don't want to mow this guy too soon. Now, you're going to wait a while before you mow them. And even when you do mow an allium lawn, which is in sort of dappled shade as it is here, or in full shade, you want to go no less than 5 centimeters tall, hey? 5 centimeters high. You want your allium lawn to be 5 centimeters high. So don't mow it as low as you would a cuckoo. Remember that your allium lawn may sometimes need a little bit more water than other lawns, and also during the winter months, you won't mow your allium lawn because you're going to expose it to cold weather, which is going to damage your lawn. Okay, there's some easy steps, a quick few tips how to grow a beautiful, even allium lawn with Mayford seeds from scratch. Thank you again for your time spending it here with me, Garden Guy, in the garden today. Until next time, happy gardening and happy seed sowing.